A dragon in the north. A dragon stretches 20,000 kilometers across China. It has acted as a great protector of China for thousands of years. People from around the world have come to the high mountains of Beijing for a chance to catch a glimpse of the massive dragon, snaking it was across the lush green of the country. It stretches 8 meters at some points and has scales made of stone. So scary, don't worry! This dragon is not the fire-breathing type. It is the Great Wall of China, a fortification that stretches like a dragon trunk of the mountain of the north. In 220 BC, invaders Qin Shi Huang wanted to keep China safe from invaders, the border in the east, west, and south. As natural barriers like mountains of water, but the north was vulnerable. His vision was to create a wall 9 meters wide and 50 meters high. The walls take a lot of work. In fact, it took over 700 years to complete the Great Wall of China. Emperor after emperor continued the work of building the wall, but who was doing the heavy lifting? Men from across China were recluse to building the wall. In fact, they had little choice. They were forced to contribute to the building of the Great Wall. Peasants, scholars, criminals, and captured enemies all working side by side under terrible conditions. The workers were given little food and working unreasonable hours. Many men died of exhaustion and disease. When a worker died, he was burning under the Great Wall. It is believed around 1 million men died during the construction for the Great Wall. The most famous legend about the Great Wall tells the story of Meng Yannu. Her husband was a scholar who was taken about building the Great Wall. She went to visit him while he was working, only to find that he has already been killed. When she heard the news, her heart was broken. She cried so loudly and boom! Through the city, knocking down part of the Great Wall. This history is told in many Chinese textbooks and ever the Chinese opera. The wall is not just a continuous structure in trees. It is made up of many unique sections. When all the sections are together, the wall is 20,000 kilometers long. It is the longest man-made structure in the world. Some people say it can be seen from space, but that is just a myth. The Great Wall is more than just a tall wall. It is a true fortification complete with watchtowers, beacon towers, and blockhouses of the cider with ground Chinese north bird from the Great Wall. Throughout its construction and beyond that, the wall sends moon signal from on the 7,000 watchtowers in they saw an enemy approaching. The Great Wall is a majestic symbol of China. It is featured on their money and is easily recognizable around the world. It is considered one of the 7 wonders of the modern world, and its visitors be over 10 million people each year. People can visit different sections of the wall, and one section even offers a toboggan right down. Perhaps one day you can visit the Great Wall and become a witness of its long history.